Hello aspirants, I welcome you all to Laexcellence IAS Academy. I am Ramakrishna and I am here to take up a small session on the last 50 days strategy to clear the preliminary exam. As you all know, nearly 50 days are left for preliminary 2025. So the last 50 days, you people should divide into two parts. One is the 40 days and the last 10 days. In the first 40 days, what you all people should do is, you all people should revise static subjects. Revise the static subjects minimum twice. So we are having the static subjects like polity, history, geography, economy, environment, and science and technology. All these 6 subjects should be revised minimum 2 times. So that should be your priority. And for each subject, you all people should solve minimum 2 or 3 sectional tests. For history, minimum 3 sectional tests. Polity, 3. For economy, minimum 3 tests. So for each and every subject, you people should solve minimum 2 or 3 sectional tests. So in the first 40 days, revise all the static subjects twice and please solve some sectional tests. So it can be called it as the subjective test. So for each subject, you need to solve minimum 2 or 3 tests. Along with that, if possible, solve minimum 10 full-length tests in exam environment. So in the first 40 days, you revise your static subjects twice. For each subject, you need to do the sectional test 2 or 3 and minimum 10 full-length test you all need to solve. And in the last 10 days, you all people should solve the PYQs. The last 10 days, you should dedicate to the PYQs. From 2013 until 2024, the last 11 years of UPSC PYQs should be solved. If you want, in this 40 days also, if you are studying polity subject, go through the UPSC PYQs. If you are studying Indian history, go through the PYQs. But in the last 10 days, you should rely more on UPSC PYQs and the final revision. So please revise your last 50 days into 2 segments, first 40 days and the last 10 days. In the first 40 days, you revise your static subjects, sectional tests and 10 full-length tests. And in the last 10 days, solve the last 11 years UPSC PYQs. And now, I want to discuss with you the do's and don'ts in the last 50 days. The first point you need to keep in your mind is, from now onwards, 10 to 12 hours of quality study is non-negotiable. 10 to 12 hours of quality study you all people should put in. That is one important thing you need to keep in your mind. And second, you need to go for multiple revisions. I told you each static subject should be revised twice. So revision is the key. I will suggest you, in the last 50 days, you people should not study any new subject. So revision is the key. So second point you need to keep in your mind is, you all people should focus on the revision. And the third point is, you all should utilize the test series very effectively. I told you in the first 40 days, you all should solve sectional tests. You should analyze each and every question thoroughly. So analyze the test series very effectively. And second, and the fourth thing is, you all people should develop the MCQ aptitude. When you are solving the sectional test or when you are analyzing the PYQs, you all people should get into the mind of the examiner. If you had seen any question, you should analyze what the examiner is expecting from the student. and how you should solve that particular question. There will be certain elimination techniques will be there. Some common sense can be applied. So just develop this MCQ aptitudes in the last 50 days. And one more point is, the static is the game changer. Yes, I know we are getting questions from current affairs. Some 15 to 20 current affairs questions are coming. But the static is the game changer. That also you need to keep in your mind. From polity, history, economy, environment, nearly 55 to 60 questions are coming. That to all the static questions. So focus more on static subjects in the last 50 days. And regarding the current affairs, you can spare minimum 2 hours. But most of the time you people should spend on the static subjects. And one more point is, you all people should plan your studies and execute it with full energy, focus and dedication. Don't study for the sake of studying. Study with a lot of focus and commitment in the last 50 days. And in the last 50 days, you people should eat healthy. You should stay hydrated and you should take care of your health also. That also you need to keep in your mind. And one more point is, the quality is very important than quality. So focus more on the quality rather than the quantity. How many hours you are studying is not important. How qualitatively you are studying is very important. So focus more on quality than quantity. And in the last 50 days, you all should incorporate some physical activity in your daily schedule. For half an hour, just go for some walk, jogging, or do meditation. Incorporate some physical activity. And in the last 10-15 days, you should rely more on UPSC PYQs. That is very, very important, my dear. In the last 15 days or last 10 days, the PYQs should be your friend, philosopher, and guide. So just focus more on the PYQs. In the last 10 days, from 9:30 to 11:30, you should solve one PYQ on daily basis. And you should analyze also. Even the options also you need to analyze. So from 10th May, let PYQs be your friend, philosopher, and guide. And in the last 50 days, you should focus more on subject-wise yielding areas. And one more thing you need to keep in your mind is, 1 month before the exam, you people should correct your sleeping cycle. So that is also very important point. Now, you also should keep some don'ts in your mind. In the last 50 days, you people should stay away from non-UPSC aspirants. So that is very important. And please don't watch any videos like complete economy in 10 hours or PT 365 in 60 hours. So don't watch these types of videos because the cost output ratio is very less. So just focus more on your class notes and one basic book. That will be sufficient. And don't spend too much time on current affairs because the cost output ratio is very less. Even though 20 questions are coming from current affairs, the cost output ratio is very less, my dear students. So please don't spend too much time on current affairs. Focus more on the static subjects. And don't take stress and be confident in the last 50 days. Feeling stress, feeling tensed is very normal. It is part and parcel of UPSC game. You people should not take unnecessary stress. That is also one important point you need to keep in your mind. And stay away from social media in the last few days. That is also one important point you need to keep in your mind. And you people should stay away from social functions because unnecessarily you will get deviated. And weight loss can wait. So some people will be going for gym, they will be doing 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So in the last 50 days, just reduce your gym timings. And every year, UPSC gives 10 to 15 new questions. They are called bouncer questions. So you should not focus more on these 10-15 questions. Instead, you should focus on 85 questions where UPSC will be giving very easy questions. So that also you need to keep in your mind. And finally, please don't neglect CSAT, because CSAT is becoming very tough every year. So please don't neglect CSAT. So I'm wishing you all the success, all the very best, students.